evening. This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. An accident at 14th Street in Maine on Monday will have a juvenile facing charges after misinforming the police. Late Monday afternoon, a juvenile driver in a 2004 Toyota Corolla was traveling eastbound on 14th Street towards Main Street when a 2001 Chevy Silverado driven by 23-year-old Debbie Chastain of Jasper was headed northbound on Main Street. The juvenile reported that they had stopped at the intersection with Main but did not see traffic and then proceeded through the intersection. Chastain's Silverado truck, the Toyota on the front passenger side, hit it. Police reported that while arriving to the scene, Chastain was exiting her truck and fainted, falling to the ground. She was treated for a complaint to pain in her neck and then was transported to Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center. The juvenile initially told police that they were not the driver of the Toyota. However, a short time later admitted to being the driver and told police that they were licensed. Jasper police uncovered that in fact the juvenile was not licensed, and later they admitted to lying about that as well. The Toyota was towed from the scene and the Silverado was drivable. Police reported that the juvenile will face charges as a minor in this case. Nurses play an important role in the healthcare industry, and they perform vital tasks and services on behalf of patients and also other medical professionals. With the aging baby boomer population, Indiana is experiencing a statewide shortage of nursing professionals. The opioid and illegal drug epidemic is also resulting in the need for more nurses in our state. State Representative for House District 75, Ron Bacon, says that he has sponsored a proposal this session that would align Indiana with industry standards and also modernize educational requirements for advanced practice for registered nurses to ensure that they can enter the field more swiftly while remaining properly equipped to care for Hoosiers. He says in 2014, the Indiana State Department of Health reported 60 of Indiana's 92 counties were facing a shortage of healthcare professionals. Bacon serves as the vice chair of the House Committee on Public Health and says that by having experience in the medical field as a respiratory therapist, he understands the need for proper amount of nurses and how important they can be to Hoosiers. With his proposal, it would make a graduate degree the minimum standard for all ARPNs. It would also change references from advanced practice nurse to advanced practice registered nurse in Indiana code. Indiana is one of 4 states that still refers to APRNs as APNs. But by modernizing code, it would lessen confusion with other governing bodies and be consistent with the other 46 states. In the future, Bacon says that he plans to continue working on implementing a new policy that would require an APRN to have specific educational requirements to be able to prescribe drugs that they have been approved by the Federal Drug Administration. This policy would also add 2 members that are APRNSs with different areas of specialties to the Indiana State Board of Nursing and would allow them to practice without collaborative agreements with a practitioner if they meet certain conditions. He also added that having a sufficient number of nurses is incredibly important, and with the opioid crisis and the aging baby boomer population, getting more of them into the field is something that we are working to heavily accomplish. By updating code and also by modernizing requirements to get more nurses in the field, it allows a continued fight against the opioid epidemic and taking care of our Hoosiers. You can contact State Representative Bacon with your questions at h75@iga.in.gov or call him directly at 317-232-9833. House District 75 includes portions of Warwick, Pike, and also parts of Spencer County. It has been years in the making, and on Monday, Daviess County officials broke ground on the new Courthouse Annex project. Officials reported that the nearly $8 million project came in under budget and will not be adding new taxes for Daviess County residents. As the county is facing needs for more space, the new annex will provide relief while housing the auditor's, treasurer's, health department, and also extension service offices. The new annex will also have county offices and services. The anticipated facility will boost 30,000 square feet and will be located at 3rd and Heffron. The Jasper Arts says that a dynamic tap and music performance is set to hit the Jasper Arts Center stage this weekend. The performance, presented by Jasper Community Arts Center, will be held at the Jasper Arts Center on Saturday, March the 17th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Homegrown hoofers from the Minneapolis art scene, Rhythmic Circus comes to the Jasper Art Center with Feet Don't Fail Me Now. It's a dynamic tap and music performance that mixes hard-hitting percussive dance and a live rock band and guarantees to enthrall audiences of all ages with its melody of positivity and infectious rhythm. 3 guys and a gal combine rapid-fire tap talent with the funky styling and original lyrics of seven-piece band with a big brass sound. Add vocal percussionist Aaron Heatbox Heaton and the human beatbox, and it's easy to see why the show earned a 2012 Edinburgh Festival Fringe Spirit of the Fringe Award. From an a cappella singing and tap number to a percussive chair routine, think stomp dancing, to the stripped-down dream song and acoustic number inspired by a front porch jam session back home in Minneapolis, Feet Don't Fail Me Now is a genre-hopping hour and a half of rock, blues, and soul. Brilliant staging and integrated choreography is most evident in Circus, a crowd pleaser in which the dancers, decked out in colorful marching band attire, join the musicians in an intense, fast-paced number that features a tuba solo, original vocal lines, and tap breakdowns. We created Feet Don't Fail Me Now out of the desire to get people back in touch with the spirit of celebration. The show helps remind our audiences that there's always a reason to get up, let go, and dance. This was said by co-creator Nick Bowman. The name of our show comes from an old New Orleans chant dating back to the early 1900s, in a time when the city was rich with culture and spirit. They literally had parades every Sunday just to celebrate their lives and community. Rhythmic Circus has adopted the chant as more of a rallying cry. We have been ecstatic to see it strike a chord with people everywhere, from our hometown to off-Broadway and all the way in between and across the globe. Feet Don't Fail Me Now premiered in August of 2008 at the Ritz Theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then went on to tour both nationally and internationally, including a recent 6-week tour throughout China and 25-show run in New York City at the new Victory Theater. The ensemble was awarded in 2 categories of the Minnesota Sage Awards for Outstanding Performance and also for Outstanding Ensemble, and was also named the Best Dance Performance by the Minneapolis-St. Paul City Pages. As Feet Don't Fail Me Now continues to spread their positivity with audiences everywhere, it remains true to its mission to provide inspirational experiences for all age groups and also for all cultural backgrounds. And this is through a sensational blend of theater, music, and dance. Learn more at www.rhythmiccircus.com, and tickets for the performance are still available. Those interested in attending should call the Jasper Art Center right away. The number is 812-482-3070. Tickets are $35 for adults, $33 for seniors, and $30 for students and children. Group rates are available, and the Jasper Community Arts is a department of the City of Jasper. Additional support is provided by Friends of the Arts Incorporated, Du Bois County Tourism, the Indiana Arts Commission, and the National Endowment for the Arts, and with special thanks specifically to the Vanderburgh County Community Foundation. State officials say preliminary work is starting on a project widening a 14-mile section of Interstate 65 to 6 lanes in southern Indiana. The State Department of Transportation says that the first steps include installing traffic signals and right turn lanes on Indiana 58 near Columbus for the ramps for I-65. That comes as contractors have been hired for the project, adding a lane for both northbound and southbound traffic between US 50 and Seymour and Indiana 58. Resurfacing work is also planned between the Indiana 58 interchange and Indiana 46 in Columbus. Completion of the work is expected in 2020, and the state agency says a formal groundbreaking ceremony for the project is officially planned for April the 6th. And keep it right here, because up next we're going to take a look at your weather summary.